When do you know you have a problem? Oh, yeah, that would do it. Video games. This media has grown immensely since it originally came out, going from a super obscure niche thing to a household name, to again a super obscure thing, to a children's toy, to now a giant media with an estimated billions playing. It's pretty crazy to think about it. Most people understand the concept of gaming as it's pretty straightforward. You get a game and play it. Again, pretty straightforward. However, if you become an addict like myself, you may start to think, oh man, Pac-Man World 3 would look so good on a shelf. Yes, video game collecting. If you are a fan of wasting money, look no further, because I mean, how can you possibly say no to Skylanders Spyro's Adventure for Wii U in a language you can't read, but also region locked to a system you don't own? Well, don't ask me how. I don't know. I feel there are many levels how you could describe the video game collecting scene. You got casual, where they just kind of get what they want, scalpers who make the hobby even more of a living hell, collectors that maybe will buy games to complete many series and have shelves full of games to just have them. Then the level I feel I have entered, dumbass territory. Population me! Yeah, I don't really know what to call where I'm at. I'm at this weird point where I buy sealed games, pick up random video game items that aren't even games, and just always hunting for a rare item, whether it be a rare game, promotional item, or a system to play games in Japanese, a language I can't even read. Why have I gone from just playing games to now buying games with the intention to not even open them, or accumulating a backlog, or just hunting these rare, weird, obscure things in general? Well, I think it all really started going back to Skylanders Giants, and if you do know what Skylanders Giants, or more specifically the Skylanders series is, congrats, your parents cared about your financial stability and their own. Skylanders was a series where the game had you tap in these little figures, and when you put on Portal, they're now the character you play as. Pretty simple, and it was really fun as a kid. The game essentially banked further on people going to the store and buying more figures and collect them. And oh man, did it work for me on years upon years. And I still have them to this day. 'Cause why wouldn't I? This was really the first game thing I ever collected. I was obsessed, running to the electronics aisle to look at them, putting them on Christmas lists, begging my parents for them right in the middle of the store. It was the works. Eventually, I fell out of the Toys to Life gimmick. Not before doing a little bit of Disney Infinity and LEGO Dimensions, two other Toys to Life games like Skylanders that had you collect figures for the game. Then of course, the one I've stuck with, and the one I really tied my video game collection addiction, Nintendo's Amiibo. Yeah, these little monstrosities for a period of time were very hard to get. Nintendo eventually got better at stocking them, but especially more obscure characters were very hard to get here in North America, at least. I remember finding these toys and making so many memories getting them. I was lucky enough to have parents that were really invested in what I was interested in, and they would take me hunting for these things. I remember finding 6 Meta Knight amiibo at a Best Buy and freaking out because Meta Knight, the Smash Bros. One, was so rare and I didn't have one, and it was just so cool. Things like that, meeting other amiibo hunters in line, and just the thrill of the hunt overall is really what got me into collecting these amiibo, and further spanned into me collecting video games just in general. And now I collect games that I either think are cool or just straight up want to, or it says Yokai Watch 2 for the Nintendo 3DS. The biggest counter argument for the games I do end up getting though and collecting is that I could get them for free. Do not say the F word. I do plan on playing most of these games that I collect, or at least give them a shot to some degree. But some things do end up staying sealed simply because I like it that way. That's how I want it. That's the whole point of why I bought it that way. Not that I'm oblivious to the fact there are other means to play some of these older games I'm buying. I'm buying them clearly so I can say I have it, like I actually have it. It's not just about playing it to me. Video games have expanded way further than that, and that's how I want it. Not like I don't understand the concept of ROMs and emulators. I'm not oblivious, and everyone else collecting is not oblivious to it either. And if that's how you want to do it, I'm not the one to stop you. I don't care. Just when it comes around to it, don't dive into the details how I will be playing Barbie. In conclusion, video games are addicting to me on many levels. Not just playing them, but also collecting them. And I love it and would not have it any other way. There really is no way to collect games. No one should be able to tell you you're doing it wrong. Because as long as you're having fun, that's the point in games. Games are supposed to be fun. And it's just that. Though I really do need to start chipping away at my backlog, and honestly I would encourage many other people to do the same. Games are meant to be played, but doesn't mean you can't do other things with them. So collecting sealed, who cares? Do it. Collecting totally used, sticker ripped off, you're gonna play it and it works, who cares? Or do what I'm doing and keep buying copies of Yokai Watch 2 until you got one for every day of the week. It's gonna be an awesome week once I got 5 more of these bad boys.